Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we are so excited to have our first guest today from the city of Grand Prairie, Mr. Doug Cuny.
Yes.
Welcome.
Glad. Thanks for having me.
Of course, and tell us your title.
It's a long one.
Yes.
Utility Customer Service Manager. We run the call center. We run billing. We speak with more customers than almost anybody in the city.
And some people might refer to it as the water department. Is that
Water
correct?
department or water billing, right?
Right.
We have two sections. We're the billing customer service side. There's another section that does the maintenance and repairs and that sort of thing.
Yes. Well, Doug, I know that you have some really exciting news to share with our viewers, so tell us.
Yes, we are very excited. So I've been in this business over 30 years. I know that's surprising, but and this is the biggest game changer that I've managed in my entire career, and it is enabling customers to view their daily hourly usage so they can manage and make decisions about it. Forever, all metered services, this is gas and electric as well as water, we'd read the bill one time a month and we'd send a bill based on that usage, and that's all we knew. And we'd say, well, gee, it went up 10,000 gallons.
Yes.
And they would ask me why, and I said, well, I don't know. This is a game changer because we now can report to customers. Customers can view daily and hourly usage and make the decisions they want to make about their water usage.
Right, because at the end of the month, we don't like to get a surprise, do we?
Exactly.
And that makes it so nice that you can also alert the customers as well, can't you?
Exactly. So in this month of July, the system, we've been working 3 years on this thing. And for customers who've been calling us, we've used this data when we had it to deal with customer questions. But starting this month, July, we're going to push this out to what we call a customer portal. Now, a customer will have to sign up, and we're going to explain how they can do it, and we're going to give contact information on walking them through this. But once they're in it, there's sort of two levels of engagement. The first is they could, if it's like my father who was an engineer type, you can look and analyze yourself. Also, if you're less engaged, you can set up automatic alerts for certain issues that you might want to investigate further, such as spike in usage, continuous usage, and we can talk about those individually going forward. But this month of July, we are pushing this out, offering it to our customers. We're hoping for a huge sign up because this is empowering the customer to make their own decisions about water usage.
It is, and Doug, you said it has taken 3 years.
Yes.
And that's because of the water meter. We replaced those, is that correct?
We had to deal with over 50,000 water meters.
Right.
Some were replaced, some were retrofitted.
Right.
The communications there's lots of nuts and bolts there. It was a huge job.
Yes.
But we are substantially complete now, and we are launching this to our customer.
And that is very exciting. Just to the average person, if there happened to be a leak undetected, then their water bill could be huge, correct?
Correct. And in the old world, you would have your monthly billing cycle, and we would get the bill to you maybe 2 weeks after that. So 6 weeks after a leak started, you would go, oops, oh my gosh, this bill, right? Well, it changes everything right now. Specifically for a leak, what you'll see in hourly usage is every hour used. Typically, when we go to sleep, we don't use water at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning. There'll be the shower time in the morning and whatever we do, but there's be periods of time with no water usage. This will show you if there's a continuous usage pattern, and that is a strong indicator of a leak. And if the customer had that information, they might figure it's worthwhile investigating further.
So that's one of the benefits.
That's
and what
one.
are some of the others?
Some of the others, this thing can notify you of a spike, and it's sort of percentage of this, percentage of that. But if one day you use substantially more than the highest day the previous week, it can send you an email or a text message. And so in general, when the customer signs up, they can choose how to be contacted. It could be an email address or a text message, that sort of thing. And the customer may understand what's happening. So it's like, okay, yeah, I filled the pool or something, but it's information for the customer to investigate and make sure they're comfortable with what's happening.
And Doug, I think one of the issues that a lot of people don't realize is their sprinkler system. They think that that comes on and they think they know how much they're using and how often they're watering. But a lot of time that's an issue as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. We see it all the time in our office. I have a sprinkler system at my home, and I've been surprised when it's wet. I didn't know. And a lot of customers, if it's set to go off in the wee hours of the morning, it's dried up by the time they get out and go out. They're not aware. And customers who just buy a new house, the builders usually set new sod to be watered all the time for lots of hours. We've had lots of instances where we drill down on the day usage and we say, oh, low, low, high, low, 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 high. Well, that's Monday, Thursday. That's the watering schedule. And then you drill on the day and you can see, in many cases I've seen, okay, it's going from 5 to 7 in the morning and then from 8 to 10 at night, which is in compliance with the watering restrictions. But a lot of customers didn't know about the first one.
Right.
And a lot of customers don't know if it's happening every day.
So
And
it's a
this
great
is-
tool.
It's a great tool.
Okay, now, Doug, that's one of the advantages, but you said the secret is to sign up. Isn't that correct? We can't take advantage unless we sign up for it.
Absolutely. Well, whenever a customer will call us about questions about their bill, our staff, will be using this tool and explain to them. But the power is if the customer signs up, they can get alerted to another. Let me tell you another one. We call the water budget, and I think of it like your cell phone. Like I have a cell phone plan that allows me so many gigabytes of usage, and I get an alert when I've reached 80% of that. And so I can make a decision to reduce my usage, to not break my budget. You can do the same thing with this. If you sign up, you can say, I want a monthly budget of so much, and we will alert you at whatever percentage of that budget. Use that information how you want. So I only want to use 6,000 gallons. On the 20th day of my month, I'm at 80% of that. It can send you a text or an email, and you decide what you want to do. If it's really dry and hot, and I don't care, I'm going to water. If I didn't expect it, maybe I investigate. Maybe I look at these graphs and charts and figure out what's going on. And whenever a customer has a question, call us, 972-237-8200, and we will walk you through it. We'll help you analyze what's going on.
That's wonderful, and it's such a wonderful benefit to the citizens of Grand Prairie because not all other surrounding cities are using this, are they?
Actually, Grand Prairie is leading the way, if I might say. And there are people nibbling around the edges, but the real power of this tool is when we push it to the customer, to empower the customer. And this is where Grand Prairie is going to lead the pack, and I'm very proud of that.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you'd like to wrap up with?
I think
Did we
covered it.
Oh, isn't that fabulous? And such
Yes.
a good topic and such a blessing for the citizens of Grand Prairie to have this tool and to be able to use it to their advantage.
We're entering the summer, a high water usage period, and this is perfect timing.
It is indeed.
Yes.
And thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having us.
And we'll be right back.
Live out grand in Grand Prairie. We can build a family together, play in harmony. It doesn't matter who you are. Here you are, shining star, making future plans. Live out grand.
welcome back. And welcome to our next guest, Miss Cindy Dossie with the Grand Prairie United Charities.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
I'm so glad you're here today. Cindy, we've talked before, and a lot of people in the city of Grand Prairie do not realize that Grand Prairie United Charities exist, or what you do and what your mission is. Help us with that.
Sure. We do exist. In fact, the organization was founded in 1955 by a woman named Pat Wright.
Yes.
She saw the need of her neighbors and her friends when they were having financial setbacks. So she began this in her garage at her home. Today, we're still going strong. We serve 17,000 people a year, approximately at this point, 30 to 60 families a day, food, shelter, utilities. We have lots of programs when we're funded that we can assist the community with.
That's such a great blessing to the community, Cindy. Yet it's very difficult when you try to reach so many needs.
Yes.
It is very hard. I'm glad you mentioned the birth of it from Miss Pat Wright, because some people really that have had the vision and it continues like this, that is very important to remember them and that they saw the need and
Yes.
stepped up to meet the need. And that's
Absolutely.
Grand Prairie. That's Grand Prairie. That's our community for you.
It is.
But there is, as you mentioned, there is a huge need.
Yes.
And where do the people come when they need help? Where is the address?
Okay, we are at 1417 Dinsman Street in Grand Prairie.
Yes.
We've been there for years and years. When they need assistance, they can come. We're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And a little secret, we're going to try out some evening hours beginning August. So that will allow us to be able to help those that have jobs and
Yes.
can't get off for that.
Right. We
So-
don't want to jeopardize anyone's
No.
job.
Right,
We certainly
absolutely.
want them to be able to keep their job, even if they
Yes.
need a little help. And that's so nice that you might have an evening opportunity.
Yes, we're hoping it works out well. We're hoping to get the word out so that people realize that we do have an operational hours that's conducive to their work schedule. That way we can reach everybody in the community.
Cindy, you mentioned that if they need help with certain things, tell us the things that you do or you might be able to provide help with.
Okay, so we have an on-site food pantry every day that we're open. Clients can come once every 30 days and get a pretty good variety of food that should sustain their family for quite some time. That's once every 30 days. To get food, it's a pretty simple process. They show a picture ID with a Grand Prairie address. But we also have other services when we're funded. Currently, we're assisting with TXU Energy, City of Grand Prairie Water, and Atmos Energy. And thanks to those organizations, they have funding available for us to use. So they are fantastic with their clients. Occasionally we have rent, mortgage, and shelter as well, where we're able to assist them to get back on their feet and not lose their homes, or at least have a roof over their head for a time. And we find that to be pretty critical in this area. We have quite a few clients who need somewhere to go. They've had a series of bad events in their life.
Right.
And we just are there to help them kind of start over, pick up, and get on their feet so that they're able to sustain.
And you mentioned some facts earlier, and you know the facts tell the tale. There are so many in the poverty level. How many did you say?
Yes,
Or
there
what
are.
percentage?
It's approximately 179,000 residents that live in Grand Prairie. 13.8% of that is poverty level. So we're looking at around 27,000 living in the Grand Prairie community that are under the standards of earning a living and being able to sustain them and their families. It's quite a substantial number.
It is indeed, and it can be overwhelming, I'm sure, at times. But you do have ways that people can help Grand Prairie United Charities, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Tell us about them,
We're
Cindy.
always in need of volunteers.
Yes.
Our agency is on a limited budget because we're nonprofit. So we have very little to pay staff, so we really, really rely on as many volunteers as we can get. They can choose office hours, they can choose pantry hours. There's a variety of volunteer services that we offer. It's a fun atmosphere, so they tend to enjoy it, and we get repetitive volunteers, but we need so many more, especially with our new programs that we're starting to implement. And of course, financial donations as well.
Always.
Always. And the funds go directly into the programs, directly to the client. So it's we use it with integrity.
Yes. And also, in your food pantry, do you take donations there?
We do, yes. We have several local farmers in the area that bring us their fresh fruits and vegetables. We also have retail partners, Walmart, Target, Aldi. They contribute to us as well. So we make a route, we pick up what we need. They consider this to be non-retail worthy, but it's still edible. There's nothing wrong with it. They just can't sell it at a retail price. So we've been really blessed to get those items from our retail partners.
Now, do you accept donations from individuals as far as food goes, or do you prefer just getting the monetary and then you go out and purchase the food?
We actually accept food donations as well.
Okay.
So anything they have to give. If we receive something that's out of our category, specifically clothing, furniture, that kind of thing, I have avenues of other organizations that we donate then to them. Yes, so nothing goes to waste.
So if someone is listening or watching and wants to bring by food items, what would you prefer that they would bring by, and where would they bring it?
They would bring it directly to the agency at the Dinsman Street address. They can come, I'm there from 8:30 to 5 every day, so they can come whenever they'd like. The kind of items that are sustainable for a while would be the non-perishables, canned goods, boxed foods, cookies, crackers, that kind of thing.
Right.
But they are more than welcome to bring the fresh vegetables. We just give them out so much quicker because of the sustainability.
Of course,
But
yes.
yeah, we need them all. I like the fresh fruits and vegetables for our clients, actually.
Give them healthy things.
Yes,
That's
yes.
good.
That is one goal I'm working towards, is quality of life for them as well.
Yes.
So I think it's important for all of us.
It is. Now, Cindy, also, in order to raise funds, you have certain events, don't you?
We do, yes ma'am. We just got through with the Grand Prairie's Got Talent. We do that annually, and it's a way to not only raise funds for our agency, but to showcase the talent in the area.
Yes.
It's
And
a
it's
lot
fun.
of fun. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
lot of fun. The contestants love it. They meet each other. They end up making friends. Benefit all the way around. And then we have an upcoming event coming in October, and it's our Pay It Forward event. It's a fundraiser for the agency. It's one of our biggest ones of the year. So I would be just honored if anybody that could participate would participate.
And in the future, that will be on your website if they want to get information about that.
It will, yes ma'am.
That
It will.
is great. Well, Cindy, we really appreciate that all that Grand Prairie United Charity does
thank
for
you.
our citizens and for your board and everyone who participates and contributes, because this is such a wonderful service for those that have, like you said, have a bump in the road and they just need
Right.
a little help.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We really enjoy doing it.
Well, thank you so much, and God
Thank
bless you and your
too.
organization.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful
Welcome back, and welcome to a fabulous guest, Mr. Ray Coonsey, with the Grand Prairie Farmers Market.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And the Grand Prairie, well, not only are you one of my favorites, the Grand Prairie Farmers Market is one of my favorite places to visit.
Well, and we love to have you every time you come out. It always makes us smile.
Well, thank you, Ray. You know, we think everybody knows about the farmers market, but there are some people who really don't know what's up there, the treasure that's right downtown Grand Prairie on Main Street. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. Established in 2009, the city built a really beautiful little barn. We've got a great facility, and we average between 40 to 50 different vendor spaces every Saturday. So there's lots of cool, interesting things, and it's not just fruits and vegetables, but there's a lot of good sweets and treats and lots of artisan crafts. We bring all kinds of interesting things out. So it's an interesting little place to come visit every Saturday.
Yes, and for those who don't really know where it is, tell us where it is in your hours of operation, Ray.
We're located at 120 West Main on beautiful downtown Grand Prairies near the City Hall complex. And we run every Saturday, 8 to 1, all the way from here until the end of the year, December 15th.
Right, and it's where the big water tower is downtown.
Right where the water tower is, and you cannot miss it on Saturday morning.
Yes, and you know what, one of the things I really like about this, well, I like so many things, but sometimes you have a photo op right under the water tower for the season, and I just think that is such a great opportunity to bring the family out, get our picture, our annual picture or our quarterly picture.
Absolutely, and this year in particular, we've noticed lots of families bringing out graduation pictures, wedding pictures, family vacation pictures. It's just a really pretty little spot, and it's a very cool thing to have.
It is, and so every Saturday from when to when? I know we said 8 to 1, but like what month to?
April, the first Saturday in April is our start date,
Yes.
and we run all the way through the weekend before Christmas. We don't push it in that far. The last 3 weeks of the year are purely holiday gift market.
Yes, and that's nice too. Now, when I come up there on Saturdays, I usually hear some kind of music or something. Tell us about the entertainment available.
We have something on stage every week. They'll either be, it could be singer-songwriters, it can be musical groups from schools, it can be dance groups, it can be mariachis, it can be community theater groups. We really like to try to widen it across and get everybody involved and show some folks that maybe something they haven't seen before.
Yes, and it's a very popular spot with some people. You have a lot of return customers, don't you?
We certainly do. We have built this up to a really nice level of folks that it's their destination on Saturday morning. It's a great time to come downtown, enjoy downtown, get to see your neighbors, buy tomatoes, have a cup of coffee, get some breakfast, and really just enjoy a really cool little city park.
Yes, and you can stay for lunch even if you want to stay that long, or if you get up later and you want to get there for lunch.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
we have breakfast available, and it stretches all the way into, we've got a really good barbecue that you can make yourself lunch and just enjoy the day.
Yes, that sounds exciting already. I'm ready for Saturdays.
Well, I can't wait. Yeah.
And I know you have a lot of people that feel that way because you've won some awards, haven't we?
Yes, we have. 3 years in a row, we've been named the #1 farmers market in Texas through the American Farmland Trust voting, which just started and runs on into September right now. So we have the opportunity to be the 4th time in a row best farmers market in Texas.
Yes.
Been voted in those 3 years. We were also we were in the top 10 in the country. So really proud of that. Yes, it's a popularity vote, but I think we've done enough to make people excited about the farmers market that they're interested in coming back.
Yes, that is exciting. How do I vote? Is that a hard thing to do?
It's on our website,
Okay, good.
and we will have. I'll have a link to that voting link on our website, and we'll pass that along.
That will be perfect because I know a lot of people will want to support that. And Ray, you have been award winner for 3 years. How long have you been at the market?
I picked up the market 5 years ago. I took that over, and when we started, it was it wasn't as busy and populated as it is right now. We've really kind of turned this into a place where not only the guests want to come, but the vendors want to come, and we've got a lot of things. This is perpetually building every year. It's just busier and busier, and it's becoming more and more interesting and more varied. You get a chance to come out and see different things every week, as well as the same regular baseline vendors that we have. So,
And occasionally you'll have a very special event. Is that correct?
we host a number of special events at the farmers market. Opening day, of course, is the big one. Main Street Fest, we host the Kids Zone at Main Street Fest, but we have the crawfish boil, which we just had, and coming up later in the year, we do the Hatch Chili Roast right there. So it's all very big events, and the community is very engaged, and we get a great turnout for all of those events.
And I believe that's in August, the Hatch Chili Fest.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
August 18th, that is the Hatch Chili Fest, and we will roast Hatch chili peppers on site. You will not be able to miss it. That smell will permeate through the neighborhood, and it's a wonderful day.
Yes, and how much are those? How can we buy those?
Well, it's sold by the pound. I'm not sure what this year's version will be.
I see.
But yeah, sold by the pound, raw and fresh, so you can get either way.
So they're worth it, whatever the price is.
It is absolutely worth it.
You recommend them.
I do. It's one of my absolute favorite events of the year.
And it's a popular one. You have lots of people show up for
Oh
that,
yeah,
don't you?
we'll have. It's always a sellout. That and the crawfish boil are a perpetual sellout for us.
And that's exciting. And Ray, I know that one of your goals and one of your desires is that people will come up there and not only enjoy it, but have fun.
Oh,
is that
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. This is it. The whole idea of this is it's just a cool little city park. We want you to come downtown. We want you to come enjoy the day. Whether you come for breakfast, you want to go wander through downtown and get some lunch, maybe take in a show at the Uptown Theater. There's just it's a really, come out and have some fun, enjoy, meet your neighbors, and just enjoy a really pretty part of downtown.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for inviting all of our viewers
I
to
love it.
Farmers Market.
I love it. And any chance, I want to make sure they stop by and say hello to me personally. If you hadn't been there, I'll take you through the market and show you around.
Yes, and he's a great host for that venue as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate you so much and all that you do for our farmers market and our downtown. It's an exciting time to live, work, and play in Grand Prairie, isn't it, Ray?
It absolutely is. It's all happening in Grand Prairie.
It is. I'm so glad you remembered that. Thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me. Anytime.
And I hope to see you Saturday,
I'm looking forward to
Lord
it.
willing.
Good Lord willing.
Thank you. And thank you all for joining us today. It has been a pleasure, and may God continue to bless America and Grand Prairie. And do remember, it's happening in Grand Prairie.